This is a presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Any other use of this telecast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the Oklahoma Sports Network's consent is prohibited. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be used without express written consent.
And good evening, everyone. We're coming to you live from the Carl Albert Titan Fieldhouse in Midway City, Oklahoma. This is Game 5 of 6 for the Titan Classic. And a matchup between the host team, the Carl Albert Titans, and the Sand Springs Sandites in girls basketball. Carl Albert is looking to go to 2-0 in this Titan Invitational. So is Sand Springs. Both teams won yesterday. Sand Springs beat Putnam City. Carl Albert beat Collinsville. So whoever wins this game will have a chance to finish 3-0 tomorrow. And then they could get a share of, or perhaps even get an outright championship awarded for the Titan Invitational. My name's Jordan Ray. We'll see if we're joined later by Tracy Mussett. Right now I want to mention that our title sponsor for the 2025 Titan Classic is J.R. Rowlett Realty. I'm going to see if we have a national anthem, but there's J.R. Rowlett. And we will have a national anthem going right now, so we'll take a quick commercial break and then come back with starting laps, more about J.R. Rowlett too. You're watching the Titan Classic on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Whataburger, please Brent back the Monterey melt. Brent back. Okay, yeah, message received. We're Brentfing it back. Grilled peppers and onions, 2 slices of melty cheese, and jalapeno ranch on 2 fresh beef patties. Brent it on. The Whataburger Monterey melt is back. We brunched it all right. What a burger!
If you've lived in Oklahoma long enough, you'll know that we get extreme weather. With that extreme weather comes hail damage to your roof and an insurance claim. When that happens, there's not a better company to deal with on your insurance claim than Cantrell Roofing and Construction. Since 1987, Cantrell Roofing and Construction has proven to be the best in the business, and always remember, got hail? Call Cantrell. Call them at 405-642-8558. Welcome back to the Titan Classic on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Again, this is brought to you by J.R. Rowlett Realty. Let J.R. Rowlett find your perfect home today. Please call him at 405-445-8971. Starting lineups are brought to you by Dynamic Health Clinic. At Dynamic Health Clinic, Dr. Kaufman specializes in athletic injuries and is able to get athletes back in action quickly using advanced muscle integration. Play better, recover faster at Dynamic Health Clinic. For for Sand Springs, they're wearing white, but make no mistake, they're the road team. Starting for them, Hope Bump, who had an outstanding game, 30-plus points yesterday. 5'8 senior starting, also number 4, Nevaeh Gibson, a 5'11 sophomore. Lily Crane, number 10, a 6-foot sophomore, starts alongside Abby Martin, who also had a good game against PCO yesterday, a 5'9 senior. And Siori Welch, a 5'6 freshman, rounds out the starting lineup. Sand Springs coached by first-year head coach Paige Wadley. For the Titans, again, they are the home team. Number 3, Hayden Harrell will start at point guard. Number 11, Evie Mitchell will start at one wing, 5'4 senior. number 12, Jordan Richardson, a 5'9 freshman. Number 15, Jakari Brown, a 5'7 junior. Number 22, Audrey Plunkett, a 5'11 junior. All right, I think I'm going to be joined by Tracy, right? Tracy, going to keep your seat, and you got a headset there. Tracy's going to observe our producer of the evening, Dedrick Jones. So we're getting ready for the last girls' game. And Tracy, two teams that both went 1-0 yesterday, both won yesterday, so they can improve in the standings. Buffalo Wild Wings will be our quarter sponsor. And we're going to get this thing going here in a moment. We need to adjust one thing real quick here. And here we go. The Titans and the Sandites are underway. Tip controlled by Carl Albert. And it is Harrell with the ball near the top. Crosses over, looking right side to Jakari Brown. Dribbles back out. Pass on the wing to Mitchell. Back to Harrell. Back to Jakari Brown. Back to Harrell up top. So Carl Albert going to be patient. Zone, it appears, for Sand Springs. No, it is a man defense. Mitchell tries to go around there, the defender. That being Martin.
Yeah, they're definitely in a 3-2 right now. I think there was a little switching going on there, but they've bounced back into that zone.
Jakari Brown will launch a three, and that's a Bobby Lewis three. Jakari Brown opened up the game last week or yesterday against Collinsville with a three. Does it again, and then trying to force a jump ball and successful at it. Harrell and Mitchell against Abby Martin.
Now, yesterday, Jakari Brown hit that three early in the game, and then she was just offensively quiet for the rest of the game. So we'll see if she can keep it going today.
But again, Bobby Lewis three. Carl Albert's the steal. Here's Plunkett, the long step she can take, and she scores. 5-0 Carl Albert. Audrey Plunkett.
Those long legs, those long steps,
yes.
She is deceptively fast.
She sure is. Going inside, that's Bump, who got the shot back. She knows how to score. She stays with it and then draws a foul.
2 offensive rebounds by Bump on her own shots after Plunkett got a block. And she just sticks with it and creates problems for Carl Albert down low.
So we got some Toonie Buys Houses free throws coming up here. Toonie Buys Homes or Houses. We buy homes in any condition. If you or someone you know needs to sell a home for any reason, please call us today for a cash offer. It's 405-931-3046. Bump makes the first. And that gets Sand Springs on the board. She makes both. And it's now 5-2. Thanks to a three by Jakari Brown and a basket by Audrey Plunkett. Here's Hatchet, who gets hip checked there. Looks like fouls on Abby Martin. Or no, I'm sorry, that's not Abby Martin. I believe
Hope Bump.
That's Hope Bump with a foul. Here is Harrell. To Brown. Thought about it. Now finds Plunkett top of the key. Handoff to Mitchell. Trying to go the corner there, and it's out of bounds. No one was really open in that spot.
Harrell been hanging out in that corner calling for the ball, and then when the ball finally came that direction, there was no way to get it to her.
Welch throws it into Abby Martin. Martin being hounded as usual by Mitchell. Mitchell did a lot of that yesterday. A three-point shot is attempted and airballed. It's Bump on the miss. Plunkett, nice pass to Brown, who misses the shot, but she got hacked. And more Toonie Buys Houses free throws. Also, we want to thank Bobby Lewis for sponsoring threes. He has surprisingly great rates at 2 locations to serve you, both in Choctaw, 405-281-6700, in Del City, 405-670-3665. Brown rims out the first free throw.
Now, both of the fouls that have been called against Sand Springs here early going are against their 2 best offensive players, Emily Martin and Hope Bump.
Yes, and it is Abby Martin, but you're correct otherwise.
Did I say Emily Martin?
You said
again?
Emily. Yes, you're thinking of someone there,
Yeah,
Tracy.
Emily Logan's name is right underneath hers.
Okay. So you're thinking of Emily Logan. I thought you were thinking of someone actually named Emily Martin. I'm sure it's a common name. There's Abby Martin. High arcing three, and she hit it. A Bobby Lewis three for Abby Martin.
That one went around the moon before it came down, Jordan.
Yeah, we see some of that with Collinsville, too, those East Side teams. Their girls, they shoot some arcing shots. Meanwhile, a steal there by Plunkett, but then she's called for a double dribble. We know it can take Carl Albert a while sometimes to get going on offense. We'll see if that's the case here. And here is Hope Bump. And she's checked by the much smaller Hayden Harrell. And Carl Albert's going to dare her to go inside there. Mitchell tries to get a steal as Harrell got the ball loose from Bump. It's going to go out of bounds off Carl Albert. As you can see, though, Hayden Harrell intends to make life miserable for Hope Bump. So now it's Abby Martin. And she's hounded by Evie Mitchell. But Martin's able to get to the paint there. Floating shot, no good. Some very physical boxing out going on, but Plunkett the rebound. Ahead to Mitchell. Mitchell gets the ball knocked from behind. Out of bounds off of Welch, Saori Welch. Coming in now, Emily Logan. The aforementioned Emily Logan. She'll replace Lily Crane. Inbounds to Brown, out to Harrell now. Plunkett has a right wing guarded by Hope Bump. They reverse the ball. It's Mitchell. Shot fake now. Brown will shoot. And she misses that second three. She made the first three attempt. Rebounded Bump. She got trapped immediately, but is able to throw it out to Welch. Welch is her pass to Martin, intercepted by Plunkett. This is what she does. She's so disruptive on defense as Audrey Plunkett.
She came out of nowhere to get in the passing lane on that one from behind.
And then a good trap on Harrell, but Harrell got out of it somehow, and she's going to head to the free throw line. How did she split that trap? Only someone so small could probably do that, who's also a excellent ball handler.
I don't know if she ended up with the ball. It looked like it was completely stripped away from her to begin with.
Well, I thought she was going to get free throws. They're going to say the foul is on the floor. And Harrell will check out of the game. The foul is on Welch, number 23 for Sand Springs. Coming in for Carl Albert, the freshman, number 12, Jordan Richardson. Mitchell eyes a corner three on the right side. No good. And then I think we have a loose ball foul call. It's on either Hatchet or Mitchell. I think it's Mitchell. Looked like the motion number 11, but we're not seeing it. There it is. Yes, it's Mitchell's first. Martin to Garrison. Garrison now to Hope Bump. And now she's been guarded by the freshman. She may want to take her to school. Instead, she'll shoot a pull-up three. No good. Rebound by Mitchell of Carl Albert.
It's a tough task to assign Richardson to guard Bump, but Richardson was a bright spot yesterday coming off the bench as a freshman.
Didn't shoot the ball great. Jakari Brown shooting it great there, but yeah, Jordan Richardson shows a lot of promise for a freshman. Carl Albert now extends their lead 8-5. And they continue the freshman on senior matchup. Richardson guarding Hope Bump. Hope Bump gets to the corner. Oh, her pass to Garrison was no good, but then the three-pointer shot off the backboard, a long jump shot off the backboard by Logan, also no good, and then it goes out of bounds off Sand Springs.
Richardson was the leading scorer for Carl Albert in the first half yesterday, but didn't produce a lot of offense in the second half.
Yeah, that was Harrell. Harrell, then when Plunkett came back in, she took over. Here's Plunkett right now. Out to Richardson. Richardson floating jumper. Good. Jordan Richardson on the board early. By the way, her name not spelled like mine. Her name's spelled Jordyn. So don't get us confused. Martin misses the shot there. Again, I don't know how she got that off, but Plunkett rebounds. Crossover. Welch reached in there to try to stop the crossover. Stopped transition there, but got her second foul.
3 rebounds for Audrey Plunkett already.
And I think we'll see Welch come out. We do see for Carl Albert, Kinley Sutton check in, and she is a dangerous three-point shooter.
Welch is staying in.
Now Logan's coming out.
Lily Crane checks into the game.
Off the elevator screen, a three attempted by Brown, no good. Mitchell comes in for the rebound. She just sneaks up on people. Now Plunkett will shoot a top of the key three. Good. A Bobby Lewis three for Audrey Plunkett. Assist to Jordan Richardson. And it's 13-5. Carl Albert leads. And then they hound Martin. Oh, another vicious almost jump ball there as Martin just got Richardson. That's a senior with more strength probably than the freshman. And she just got Richardson to the ground, and Martin attacks the basket. Ball gets knocked out, and will remain with the Sandites.
Richardson got up very slowly. She's now back in defensive position.
We've seen that 2 or 3 times in girls' games, Tracy, where there's a jump ball and it ends up with either 1 or 2 players on the floor. Now, that was not a jump ball, but it was close to one. Crane has it, now throws it up top to Hope Bump. Bump, pull-up shot. Nice. You can see that type of touch, Tracy's why. How many points did she have yesterday? 35?
I believe that's correct.
35 points, and Hope Bump's now on the board here. A three made by Jordan Richardson, so even though she got knocked on the ground, it's like it got her going there. Bobby Lewis three, surprised the great rates and locations of both Choctaw and Del City. So you live in the Carl Albert area, you're probably close to both locations, the one in Choctaw and Del City. So he's at the Choctaw location Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and the Del City location Tuesday and Thursday. This is important information for all you Carl Albert fans to know as Hope Bump gets fouled. And both teams with 4 fouls. This will be the first foul on Jordan Richardson. 16-7 lead. The difference, you could say, is 3 threes made for Carl Albert, and they have that 9-point lead. Martin gets in the paint and is called for a charge. Well, that would be the 15th foul, except it doesn't result in free throws. But Kinley Sutton, the sophomore, draws a charge there. That's 2 fouls on Martin.
Sand Springs does not need Martin on the bench. They need some offensive power out there with Hope Bump.
And she's the one that provides that. She's now checking Harrell, who's back in the game. Carl Albert not really getting good spacing there with that action on the right side, so Jakari Brown will dribble it back out. They will use many different players at point guard, even though Harrell's probably their primary point guard, as she has it wing left. And she fires a three and banks it in. A Bobby Lewis three for Hayden Harrell. That's 19 points in the first quarter for Carl Albert, thanks to 4 threes. And then we have a whistle blown, and this is going to be free throws for Sand Springs the other way. This is, again, when you just got to be very aware that you're in the penalty. As you know, Carl Albert did not want to foul Sand Springs that far away from the basket when it results in free throws, but Sayori Welch, the freshman, will be shooting 2. Tootie Bicehouse's free throws for Sand Springs. And she hits the first.
Sand Springs is 3 for 3 from the line right now.
This was the matchup, by the way, last year in the championship game of the Titan Classic, but Sand Springs had a different head coach and different personnel. Hope Bump was a key player on that team, but they had a couple of really quick guards and a killer press, and they were able to win the Titan Classic. Sand Springs upset Edmond Memorial to get to that game last year. They will play Edmond Memorial tomorrow. Score is now 19-9 as both free throws went in, so Sand Springs shooting well from the free throw line, 4 of 4. Jakari Brown and the Titans look like they may want to hold for the last shot, and Harrell will set things up. Oh, she has Plunkett underneath. Plunkett with good post position, the turnaround shot, and she's fouled.
Plunkett and Welch battling down there on the low post.
Yes, and that's a junior versus freshman matchup, an advantage Carl Albert also with the size, and looked like they could have held for the last shot, but Plunkett was like, no, I want the ball right now. And it's all about timing when you throw it into the post, so play worked out well. Checking the game for Carl Albert, number 10, Jackie Brown, or Jacqueline Brown, as she's on the roster. She did not play yesterday, but she's going to play now. Plunkett hits both, and she's going to come out probably to keep her from committing a foul because she was in foul trouble yesterday. In fact, Jakari Brown's also, that may have been who was replaced. By the way, they are sisters, Jacqueline Brown and Jakari Brown. Martin with 2 fouls will stay in the game, and she's being pressured by Richardson. And that's that wild shot with her right hand as she goes left. It was blocked, but the ball landed on Richardson when she was out of bounds. So 7 seconds to go. It will stay with the Lady Sandites.
Richardson is quite the athlete. I just am really impressed.
Oh, yeah.
And her knowledge of the game already as a freshman is so good.
Tough shot there for Bump. She misses it. Garrison at the buzzer. That should count. It does. Let's credit Nevaeh Garrison for following that shot. And it's 21-11. Carl Albert leads Sand Springs. And you're watching the Titan Classic on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Experience the best wash in town at Tommy's Express. You'll love our open and bright tunnels, easy loading flat belt conveyor, unlimited membership, and free vacuums and mat washers. Experience the difference and visit Tommy's Express today.
Welcome back to second quarter action between the Titans and the Sandites. Jordan Ray, Tracy Mussett here with you. We have a frozen screen. Going to take care of that right now. Had to really mess with Dedrick to get that fixed, but we did. Carl Albert has the ball. Harrell and Richardson back in, or still in. Jacqueline Brown in. There's Kenley Sutton firing a corner left three, and she hits it. Boy, these red jerseys that they don't normally wear on this court, maybe doing the trick. Who knows? That, I think, is three-point shot number 5, Tracy, and it's a Bobby Lewis 3, and then Sand Springs turns it over.
You are correct. 5 threes here in the first half already for the Lady Titans.
They can get hot. They can be cold, too, but they can be hot. Well, we got a lot of pushing going on with Jacqueline Brown and Lily Crane. Ref's going to let him play. Sutton mishandles that ball, but gets it back to Harrell. Harrell splits the defense, and a nice layup by Harrell. She's playing with a lot of confidence right now, and it's 26-11.
Harrell is absolutely amazing. Watch her go in traffic, out of traffic, away from the basket, going straight to it. She's going to lay it off the glass with absolute control over the ball.
You know what she's kind of reminding me of now, and you just think not very tall, but does everything else well, is Sasha Hunt Smith from Del City. Not probably the volume scorer Sasha Hunt is, because she could light it up, but just such a strong ball handler and smart player. A three-pointer by Sutton. That one is an air ball. Garrison rebounds for the Sandites. And then dribbling in traffic right there as well. Welch is able to get it back to Garrison. And then what a deflection by Jordan Richardson. And she was 2 under the basket there, but Hatchett rebounds, follows things up for Carl Albert. Hatchett shoots a corner 3. That's no good. Sutton falls down, and if that's on Martin, that's her 3rd. And I think it is on Martin, and that's a tough one. Another foul. Yeah, it's on Martin. I have to say I don't agree with that call. I thought Martin just was standing straight up there, but not much arguing going on. And this will be a tough sub for Sand Springs to have to make. But Carl Albert, they're deep right now. Their backups are playing well, and they are starting to extend this lead. Martin will check out, replaced by Nevaeh Miles. Jakari Brown checks back, and so is Audrey Plunkett. They didn't miss a beat for those few minutes that those two are out.
Well, sadly, there may not be a lot of arguing about that call just simply because it's such a lopsided game and not feeling very confident getting back into it.
Bump. Got bumped by Jakari Brown. Gets it back, and now Jakari Brown gets called for a foul. You know what's interesting here, Tracy? Carl Albert played more recently yesterday than Sand Springs did, but I still think they're the fresher team. I thought that PCO game, Sand Springs got worn out. Not worn out necessarily during the game, but I thought they expended a lot of energy.
Now, the interesting thing on the scoreboard, they awarded that foul to Jordan Richardson on the scoreboard. So
okay, maybe this
they may have done on the scorebook as well. But it was clearly Jakari Brown.
I thought so. Bump with a shorter player goes inside. They're going to call, I think, a hand check foul on Harrell, perhaps? Yes, I heard the 3. First foul on Hayden Harrell. And now she guards Welch. Bump on Plunkett. That's a good matchup. And Bump got a shot out, but again, it's hard to score over Audrey Plunkett, who gets the rebound. Looks to go coast to coast. She got bumped, no call. But Mitchell, and she does that so often, gets that offensive rebound, just sneaks up on people. Plunkett misses the 3. It looks like it was hit out of bounds by Miles, and ball will stay with the Titans. Up by 16 right now. Mitchell the inbounds, throws a tie to Plunkett. Hear Richie say go down. Here's Hatchett, wing left. Sutton, 3, misses long. Scramble for loose ball, and guess who's there? Mitchell.
Wow, and I'm not sure I agree with the jump ball call there. At best, her fingertips scraped the ball. Even Mitchell clearly had the possession of it without another hand.
That seemed like a forced call. And there's Jordan Richardson back in the game. Was she even in the game when she got called for that foul?
No, she was not.
I wouldn't be surprised if the scorebook turns out to be different then. But we'll see. We'll see if that's even an issue. This is Welch bringing it up against Harrell. Bounce pass, and then looked like Crane got bumped, but no call. And then she throws it away. Richardson to Harrell. Harrell, left wing 3, and it's good. Another Bobby Lewis 3 for Carl Albert. And they're up by 19. Bobby Lewis, surprisingly great rates in both Choctaw and Del City. I've been to both offices. Great guy to talk to. That's Garrison missing the shot. Nice rebound, Malia Hatchett. Her pass, though, deflected by Bump, and then stolen. Bump gets it right back. Nice pump fake on Sutton, but she can't hit the shot. Goes back up, can't hit the follow-up. Here's Crane. He's going to make a post move. Oh, tries to find Bump inside, but Bump being hounded by Plunkett, and 3 seconds called on the Sandites.
That's a tough 3-second call because no one was camped out in the paint. Bump was actually straddled 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Crane had bounced out to the free throw line. No one was just camping out in the middle.
Emily Logan checks back in. Harrell out to Richardson. Now here's Plunkett near the top. Plunkett lobs it up there to Harrell. Hard to lob it to her, but she did. Richardson, though, cut to the middle of the paint there. Harrell found her. Richardson scores.
7 points for Richardson.
21-point lead for Carl Albert. This is Welch. Spins. Shot. No good. Rebound Richardson. Richardson slows it down a bit. Richardson throws it out to Plunkett. Plunkett gets it curling to the baseline there, and nice touch for Audrey Plunkett, who has another basket. And Tracy, help me out. Has Sand Springs scored this quarter?
I do know they have not. Matter of fact, statistically, Sand Springs has 1 rebound in this quarter, and that's the only positive they have.
Yeah, when they've gotten stops, maybe Carl Albert turning it over or a jump ball. That 3 is missed. There's Hope Bump making a play. Abby Martin for Sand Springs has been on this bench this whole time. Maybe that way until we reach halftime. So a lot on the shoulders of Hope Bump. 3 fouls, by the way, on Jordan Richardson. But she doesn't even start, so I'm only saying that because you don't worry too much about it, although it looks like she will be replaced. Once again, Jacqueline Brown coming in for Carl Albert. And both free throws smooth for Hope Bump, 34-13. This is Hatchett, wing left. To Jacqueline Brown. Bounce pass over to Plunkett. Wing left, or corner left. A three made by Malia Hatchett. That's the first time I've seen her make a three. Bobby Lewis three doesn't mean it's the first time she's made one. I haven't seen all the games, but great to see Malia Hatchett get in the scoring column. 24-point lead now for Carl Albert. Bump. Kind of lost it, got it back. Sometimes you could call that a travel. They don't do it here. And Bump with another basket. The threes have been raining for Carl Albert, and they lead by 22 right now. Jacqueline Brown with a three. That's short. Rebound there for Garrison. And then immediately Carl Albert traps Bump, but she's able to get out of it, throwing it to Miles. They swing it, but the pass to Garrison is deflected by Hatchett. Now we have a scramble for the ball, and somehow Sand Springs remains with the ball. I couldn't see how quite they did it as my line of sight was blocked there, but I can see right now that Hope Bump has the ball wing right, goes against a smaller Harrell, and she commits an offensive foul. Easily could see she extended her left arm there.
And Harrell is a really good defender, but Hope Bump has such a size differential over. All she had to do is use her body to back her down.
Yeah, she felt the need to protect the basketball with her left arm, which you can do, but you can't extend it out against the player. It's the second foul on Hope Bump. We're down to 90 seconds to go in the first half. I believe Katie Norton has checked in for Carl Albert. And then Plunkett will fire a three, top right there, no good. Bump rebounds. Throws it out there to Miles. Miles goes all the way in for a shot, and I think she's going to head to the free throw line. Yes, some more Tootie Bicehouse's free throws. Carl Albert has 14 fouls this quarter, so again, they're going to play the final minute or so in the penalty. And shooting Toonie Bicehouse's free throws, it's Nevaeh Miles who makes the first. Sand Springs has had a rough first half, but one thing they've done well is shoot free throws. Second one, no good. I jinxed her. The announcers jinx people. I wish someone could do a study on that.
5 rebounds now for Audrey Plunkett.
She's going to get a screen wing left from Norton. Now hands it off to Harrell. Another three by Jacqueline Brown, no good. That's missed long. Well, it's rare to see her shoot threes like that, so Carl Albert's just being aggressive from three-point range, which is not surprising for the team to do that. Hope bump check by Plunkett. No size advantage there. Still got up a shot, and it goes in. Wow. That was a tough one, as Audrey Plunkett was all over her, but again, Hope Bump shows why she's such a good player.
8 points for Bump in the ball game.
Plunkett kicks it out. That's Hatchett. Three-pointer is long. That should be out of bounds off Garrison. So 16 seconds to go. Does Carl Albert try to hold the last shot, or they try to get an easy basket off this inbounds play? They find Harrell cutting. She'll dribble it back out. Now attacks. Floater for Harrell. No good. Rebound by Bump. Bump being doubled, but gets up a shot over the outstretched arms of Plunkett. That one's no good. Jacqueline Brown rebounds it. And that is how the first half will end. And by the way, before we go, I want to say thank you to Buffalo Wild Wings. I forgot about them. I shouldn't, because they do a lot for us on the Oklahoma Sports Network. They're our first half sponsor. They're located at 5500 Tinker Diagonal in Del City. They offer buy one, get one deals every Tuesday and Thursday. Thank you, Buffalo Wild Wings. And real quick, I want to also thank our title sponsor once again. If we could show that, Dedrick, J.R. Rowlett Realty. Titan Classic brought to you in part by J.R. Rowlett. Client focused, results driven. Call him for all your real estate needs at 405-445-8971. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have the second half action for you. It's the Titan Classic on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Whataburger, please Brent back the Monterey melt. Brent back. Okay, yeah, message received. We're Brentfing it back. Grilled peppers and onions, 2 slices of melty cheese, and jalapeno ranch on 2 fresh beef patties. Brent it on. The Whataburger Monterey melt is back. We brumped it all right. What a burger!
Have you ever seen an insurance commercial and ask yourself, are they really telling me the truth? Well, guess what? They're not.
Somebody runs a red light and you think all of a sudden their insurance company's going to be all neighborly about it? Insurance companies aren't in the business of saving you money. They're in the business of keeping your money.
So remember, save our number in your phone so when tragedy strikes, call Rob and Will.
How can you describe Whataburger's honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich? The chicken just has a certain... And then there's the sauce that just gives you a little bit of... And the cheese? It's the exact right amount of... It's almost too hard to put it into... Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. The honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich at Whataburger. Just like you like it.
If you've lived in Oklahoma long enough, you'll know that we get extreme weather. With that extreme weather comes hail damage to your roof and an insurance claim. When that happens, there's not a better company to deal with on your insurance claim than Cantrell Roofing and Construction. Since 1987, Cantrell Roofing and Construction has proven to be the best in the business. And always remember, got hail? Call Cantrell. Call them at 405-642-8558.
The Honey Butter Chicken Biscuit at Whataburger, available from 11 p.m. to 11 a.m. Only it's not that time right now, so it's not available. Instead, we must sit here until 11 p.m. watching footage of the flaky, crispy, buttery goodness that is the Honey Butter Chicken Biscuit. Once again, our desires are denied by, ooh, look, the Honey Barbecue Chicken Strip Sandwich. That'll hold us over till 11 p.m. What a burger.
Experience the best wash in town at Tommy's Express. You'll love our open and bright tunnels, easy loading flat belt conveyor, unlimited membership, and free vacuums and mat washers. Experience the difference and visit Tommy's Express today.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Ready for this third quarter action. And we will see Abby Martin back in the game for Sand Springs. Carl Albert with the first possession. With the ball right there is Jakari Brown. Titans up by 19. And they want to keep pace with Edmond Memorial, who won by 30, but points allowed will be part of the equation if those two teams finish in a three-way tie. There's Malia Hatchett sneaking in for the offensive rebound and scoring.
Hatchett with 6 points and 3 boards in the ball game. Audrey Plunkett leading with 9 points and 5 boards.
Good pass out by Bump, finding Martin, who hits the three. They welcome her back. That's a Bobby Lewis three by Abby Martin. And they get within 20. Plunkett will shoot a long right wing three. No good. Rebounded by the Sandites. Bump now checked by Evie Mitchell. Bump cleared her out without a foul call. I think that's a good no call, but just did a good job using her body and then gets that shot to fall. She is a heck of a player. And something's going on, so Carl Albert will call a 30-second timeout as Coach Ritchie not happy with something, probably on defense. So 30-second timeout here between Carl Albert and Sand Springs in this Titan Classic. Second half brought to you by CK12 Designs. Go ahead.
Clear up something that was a little point of confusion during the first half. We had indicated at one point there was a clear foul on Jakari Brown. The scoreboard showed it being on Jordan Richardson. The scorebook does show it on Jakari Brown. So Jordan Richardson only has 2 fouls on the scorebook.
And that is the right call. Carl Albert ball. We'll see if the 30-second timeout was all about defense. Do they run a good set play? Sand Springs showing a 3-2 zone of sorts, or maybe like a triangle 2. Jakari Brown gets inside and scores off the glass. Nice touch there for Jakari Brown.
8 points for Brown.
Yeah, balanced scoring for Carl Albert right here as they lead by 18. Martin fires a long, high arcing three. This one way off. Nice rebound there by Plunkett because those missed shots when they hit backboard, they can be hard to get. But Plunkett showing the good hands here.
The distance that Martin will shoot from and then the arch that she puts on, the height that she puts on the shot is absolutely amazing.
Floater there by Harrell, no good. You know, Tracy, I think Sand Springs may be in some type of combination zone man defense, something like a triangle and 2. With the 2 being on, well, one of them definitely is on Plunkett, who's getting a man defender, but we'll have to look at that some more. Recovering the ball there is Welch. Now Hope Bass will fire a 3, and she nails it. You know, she doesn't shoot many threes. She didn't get that 35 points yesterday for many threes, but she makes one there, a Bobby Lewis 3.
And she's the first player of the game to hit double-digit scoring. She has 11.
I think she did make some early threes against PCO, if that sounds correct, Tracy, but after that, she was working inside a lot more. This offensive rebound by Harrell, and that was a 3rd foul on Abby Martin. 4th foul. That is a tough one again. And that's what happens when you don't get the defensive rebound. She'll stay in it for a moment. I think she's about to get subbed out for. Mitchell off the inbounds pass, fires a 3. No good. Martin rebounds it with 4 fouls, throws it out to Welch. Welch backs into Mitchell. Tough shot. Recovered by Hatchett. Hatchett getting her dribble in order and then gets it out to Mitchell.
Well, Welch did everything right on that drive except shoot in control.
Yes, that's seems to be what we happen again when players drive left and shoot right. Ball goes out of bounds. It will remain with Carl Albert, and now the sub for Abby Martin as Emily Logan comes back in. Meanwhile, open from the 3-point line and shooting there is Harrell, no good. Hope bumped the rebound. Bump dribbled high there, no call on palming or anything like that. Garrison, her pass to Logan. Logan's shot is blocked. Carl Albert clears it out, and almost a left-hand layup made there by Plunkett, who immediately comes back into play. And did she force a jump ball? I believe she did, even though it'll stay with Sand Springs. Carl Albert will get the next one. Also, they can set up in their press. Plunkett now has the matchup of guarding Hope Bump. A very interesting matchup there. Welch fires a three, misses long. Garrison, who has a smaller hatchet on her, gets the offensive rebound. Nice pump fake by Bump. She fakes the pass and scores. Boy, she has amazing scoring ability there. And gets Sand Springs within 13.
This feels a lot like the boys' game between Norman North and Collinsville earlier, where Norman North had gotten a big lead. The next thing you know, Collinsville had just climbed back into it. Eventually, Norman North pulled away. But
look at that shot there by Jakar Brown as she drives towards the middle, but is able to shoot a backboard shot. Plunkett gets a nice deflection there. Back comes Logan now. Logan, just a wild attempt there. Jump ball forced. This obviously will go back to Carl Albert. He just had a jump ball a moment ago. But that's what Harold can do, is Logan looked completely out of control there. Jordan Richardson will check in for Malia Hatchett.
Jakari Brown in double-digit scoring now with 10 points for the Lady Titans.
Yeah, she's quietly put together a pretty good game. Hand off to Plunkett. I think this is a regular 3-2 zone there. Sutton, who checks in, shoots the corner three. Rebounded by Carl Albert. They've gotten a number of offensive rebounds. They're just, when a shot misses long, you can always count on a Carl Albert player to be on the spot and try to get that offensive rebound, especially Evie Mitchell. So they'll throw it in here. Sutton will have a 1-4 set to work with. Finds Richardson underneath. The pass deflected, out of bounds. Stay with Carl Albert. We'll switch sides here from right side to left side. Still a baseline out of bounds play. Still a 1-4 set. We still see the players cross. They go inside to Brown. Brown back out to Sutton. Sutton, I don't know what she was trying to do there. Maybe lob it to Mitchell. Not sure, but it's recovered by Sand Springs. Bump. Gets the ball knocked away by Plunkett, and then tried to throw a pass to Harrison and then fell down. The pass is stolen. Here comes Plunkett with her left hand. That shot's no good, and that should be out of bounds off Carl Albert.
Well, the officials swallowed their whistles on the other end of the court a minute ago on a couple of different plays. Fouls and players standing out of bounds touching the ball.
You see Hope Bump fall down again, and she's not, I won't say she hasn't taken a beating because that wasn't a foul. Just had the pass knocked away, but she's had to put in a lot of effort again. Her conditioning must be outstanding because, again, I thought yesterday the same type of deal. She was expending a lot of effort, and that was just a day ago. Welch almost had stolen, was able to get to Bump. Again, checked by Plunkett. Bump will try to go one-on-one along the baseline and then draws a foul before the shot. It's on Plunkett. It should be her third.
She's picked those up pretty quickly, too.
So what do you do with her? I don't think you take her out, but do you have her continue to guard Hope Bump? It looks like the answer is no. And then Bump's pass is stolen by Mitchell. And then, a push by Mitchell. She's going to get teed up. As Bump tried to force that jump ball, Mitchell was frustrated as she thought she had the clean steal. And now what we're going to clearly see here is free throws for Bump. Sand Springs will have the ball. Let's see if anything changes with the possession. I don't think it will. I think it was going to be Sand Springs' ball anyway because of the jump ball. So Carl Albert will get the next jump ball. But this is an interesting sequence here. Sand Springs down 15. Can they inch their way to single digits as far as the deficit goes?
Carl Albert needs to be thankful that after shoving Bump that Mitchell didn't say anything or give an ugly look at the official, because that was a good enough shove right in front of the official that there are officials that would have ejected a player over something like that.
So Mitchell, we don't see how many fouls she has, but she was talking to Coach Ritchie while those two device houses free throws are both made by Hope Bump, and now she checks out. We have 3 fouls on Mitchell. The technical foul in high school basketball is a personal foul. So we've seen technical fouls called this Titan Classic on girls, not boys, not yet anyway. We have a scramble for the loose ball here. It's just great team defense from Carl Albert. Richardson, Brown, and Harrell. And I think a foul must have been called because if it's a jump ball, it should be Carl Albert's ball. Couldn't tell, but we have a 30-second timeout called by Sand Springs. 13-point lead now for Carl Albert. They led by as much as 21, I believe. So, Tracy, anything to clear up here?
Well, I never saw the official signal a foul to the scoreboard, so I'm wondering if it's not going to end up being a jump ball call. And also, Sayori Welch, she came out of that, and players were battling for the ball, but she came out of it frustrated and kind of shoved away one of her own teammates' hand. So things are getting a little bit chippy out there right now.
Yeah, you know what? This is what the Carl Albert girls team can do because they scrap so much. And, you know, they don't play dirty by any means, but they play hard.
Aggressive.
Yeah, although, I mean, someone could respectfully call Mitchell's foul dirty, but she got called for a tech on it, and she's coming out. But I don't know what the call is. You're right, Tracy, because it stays with Sand Springs. But maybe it was a timeout, and that's what it was from the beginning.
Well, he just flipped the possession arrow after the inbound play, so it was a jump ball.
All right. Sutton tried to draw a charge. The shot was missed there by Logan, recovered by Carl Albert. Jakari Brown will slow things down. Plunkett almost not ready for it. Instead, she has a driving lane. Bounce pass out to Harrell, back to Plunkett. And again, Brown will slow it down. Here's Richardson off the handoff. And Richardson gets it taken away by Bump. She just has to be careful where she's going with that ball there. And then we have a carrying violation on Welch as she tried to split two defenders. So one turnover leads to another.
I know she was expecting a foul to be called on Carl Albert, so her frustration level has got to be increased.
Plunkett, handoff. Richardson, another handoff. Jakari Brown, right wing three is good. A Bobby Lewis three for Jakari Brown. She's had a tremendous game for the Titans, and she pushed the lead back up to 16.
13 points. She has a rebound, a block shot as well.
You know what, Hope Bump just drives between two defenders. She scores, but is called for a charge as Kinley Sutton comes in and draws a foul.
I thought Sutton leaned into that one personally, but
there's a Sandite fan who agrees with you, saying the exact same thing. She leaned in. Boy, I kind of feel bad because this is becoming another impressive performance by Hope Bump. I think she's got three.
She does, yes.
Something to keep an eye on. Coming off the screen is Brown, and she hits another Bobby Lewis three. I believe that's 4 threes that she has this game. 3 threes.
She has 16 points, though.
Leading scorer here. Bump somehow got the ball through another tough double team and draws a foul. The Titans already have 5. Again, that technical was one of them. So Hope Bump will head to the free throw line for some more Tootie Bicehouse's free throws. Well, we haven't had a lot of close games on the girls' side today, but we've had some intense games, some intense moments as Bump hits the first one.
16 points for Jakari Brown, 16 points for Hope Bump.
Yes, when I said leading score, definitely meant for Carl Albert because Hope Bump now has 17. Well, she had 15 at the moment I said that, so I guess it was still true about both teams at the moment. Under 40 seconds to go. Jordan Richardson dribbles it up. Barely crossed the timeline. Sand Springs going zone. 3-2 zone by the looks of it. Plunkett has it wing left. Down to 20. Plunkett got bumped a little bit by Garrison, was able to get rid of it. Richardson wants to hold for a last shot because otherwise she would probably shoot that 3-point attempt there. Sutton with it, wing right now. Left hands it over to Brown. Brown, pull up three. Got it! As time runs out, another three for Jakari Brown, the leading candidate for player of the game, no doubt. And Carl Albert goes back up by 20. It was a 13-point game just a moment ago. We'll have fourth quarter action coming your way It's the Titan Classic on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
And welcome back to the Titan Classic on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Again, this half brought to you by CK12 Designs. 1 Corinthians 13:8 said, "Love never fails." And at CK Designs, we are designers and builders of everything custom for your home, from custom cabinets to dining room tables. We do it all. Modern, industrial, and farmhouse designs. Their locations are their manufacturing facility, 8209 Northeast 23rd Street. Their downtown store is at 820 North Broadway in Oklahoma City. CK12 Designs wants you to know that Jesus loves you. Carl Albert, they have to love having a 20-point lead. Hatchet back in the game. They just got another offensive rebound, by the way. That's always a storyline with them. They seem to do really well in that offensive glass. Hatchet, corner left, back out to Harrell. Mitchell back in the game after that tee, right wing. Here's Harrell driving inside. Nice pass in underneath to Mitchell. Mitchell missed the first shot, the second shot, and then gets fouled on the third. You able to keep track of her offensive rebounds?
I am tracking offensive rebounds, yes.
For her, for Evie Mitchell?
Mitchell has 3 offensive rebounds. She had 2 of them right there.
I wouldn't be surprised if she has a couple more. I know it's hard to get them all, but she's got Tootie Bice House's free throws, and she cans the first.
Yeah, I had a couple of times when I knew that Carl Albert had an offensive rebound, and I didn't catch who caught it, and I just wrote down offensive rebound for the team.
Right.
So
Mitchell connects on both free throws. It's now up to 22. Big difference in this game, 3-point shooting. Carl Albert has made a number of them, and that speaks for this 20-point lead. Look at Hope Bump just going through 3 defenders there. Gets the offensive rebound. And there'll be a foul on the floor, probably on Hatchet. Yes. Her second. First foul for Carl Albert. Bump those into Garrison. Garrison kicks out to Welch. Welch gets to the paint, spins, and draws a foul. Carl Albert wins. I don't know what we'll obviously have to see what the final result is, what their points given up would be like compared to Edmond Memorial. I think that is the first tiebreaker, if I'm not mistaken. And the reason I say that, if both teams go 2-0 after tonight, well, they could go 3-0 tomorrow because they're not playing each other. That first Tootie Bice House's free throw is in. And the second one is an air ball. It's most points, 2 is least points allowed. And Carl Albert did not allow many points to Collinsville yesterday. Neither did Edmond Memorial. Edmond Memorial, though, did give up 51 points to Del City. Right now, Sand Springs is not close to that. So just something to keep an eye on. Brown kicks it out in the corner to Hatchet. They reverse it out to Plunkett, wing right. Plunkett checked by Garrison. Nice ball fake there by Harold. Thought better of the shot. And Carl Albert will run some more time here. Being very patient. Harold gets in the paint. Floating shot, no good. But look who got the offensive rebound. Evie Mitchell. Just has a nose for the ball, even though she's not very big. Hatchet Wing left 3, no good. Garrison rebounds it. Back in the game with 4 fouls is Abby Martin for Sand Springs. Martin will attack left. Oh, she bumped Harrell. Kind of a foulish there. You know, I'm not saying it should have been called, but that's a risky thing for her to do. But she got away with it, and she scored. And it's a 19-point lead.
I was waiting for a whistle and a 5th foul on her offensively as she lowered a shoulder on that play.
They lob it to Plunkett. It got knocked away and into the hands of Evie Mitchell, hit a 3. Talk about being Johnny out the spot. They're going to call it a 2, but still, that ball got deflected right to her, and she took advantage by hitting the jump shot.
Abby Mitchell has 4 points in the 4th period. She didn't have any points coming into this final frame.
No, but she's made a lot of contributions. Spinning her way to the basket and getting to the free throw line is Hope Bump. And already the 13th foul on Carl Albert and the 3rd foul on Jakari Brown. We got one more game tonight. It's the boys team from Carl Albert taking on the boys team from Sand Springs. As Hope Bump makes the first. She's going to have another really good game, and she will be an all-tournament selection after their final game here tomorrow.
Hope Bump is 10 for 10 on the Toonie Bice Houses free throws. She has 19 points in the ball game now.
Not surprised. Just amazed with her ability to generate offense from the top of the key or the wing and just get to the basket even with 2 or 3 defenders around her. Some more dribble handoff action for the Titans. There's Jakari Brown, wing left. Going to wait for a screen from Plunkett. They're going to reverse the ball. Mitchell got the ball poked away there by Martin, which is also a risky play, but it worked again. And then an offensive foul is called on Bump. I believe it's her 4th. Jakari Brown drew the foul. There's that. There's that Sand Springs fan. He was getting into it a little bit with the ref in between quarters. But big deal there. 4 fouls on Hope Bump. 4.5 minutes to go, so you're probably not going to see her come out because they depend on her so much. But, of course, she's got to be careful. It shows you how pesky Carl Albert is. They pressure the ball all the time with all sorts of different players. And, again, more dribble handoff action. They could do this for quite a while, of course, with no shot clock. And no one in the paint and no one picking up the basketball for anything close to a 5-second count. Now a spin by Plunkett. Pull-up shot. No good. She kind of went over the back of Bump. Bump's frustrated that nothing was called there as Carl Albert will retain possession as it got knocked out.
Evie Mitchell pulled in another offensive board on that possession as well.
Of course she did. She should be an honorable mention. I still like Jakari Brown for player of the game. But Evie Mitchell should be an honorable mention.
Oh, Plunkett had a phenomenal first half. Been kind of quiet here in the second half.
That's true. Nice cut by Mitchell. Now she's making her case, isn't she? As she cut baseline and scores.
Of course, it was Jakari Brown who hit her with that beautiful pass. So
that's true. Yeah, you're right. And then long 3 there by Bump. Missed it long. Garrison the rebound. The putback no good. Mitchell with a defensive rebound for Carl Albert. And then a nice pass from Harrell. Bounce pass to Plunkett. Plunkett was able to score over Bump there. As again, Bump has 4 fouls. It's back to a 23-point game. Bounce pass. This is Logan who misses the shot. Now I got confused with the 2 players there. Rebound Carl Albert, under 3 minutes to go. Looks like they have this game in the bag right now. They're going to have, that's a starting lineup in right now, so we'll see how long that lasts. This Mitchell drives to the elbow. Yeah, so Harrell won the player of the game last night for Carl Albert, and deservedly so. Plunkett gets inside. Another nice pass from Mitchell this time, so Mitchell gets the assist. So we got a three-player race, Tracy, because, again, yeah, Plunkett should get a lot of mention for that.
Yeah,
Garrison, by the way, just canned a shot right now.
I like your thoughts on it, though. I'll agree with you. Plunkett now at 13 points in the ball game. She had 9 in the first half. She scored 4 here in the last minute, but that's her only points of the second half. And she only has 2 rebounds in the second half.
Just so much on defense, though. And it looks like Mitchell will continue her case. She's had an assist recently, a backdoor cut, and now will shoot free throws as Coach Ritchie will clear out his bench here. We'll see which one has to stay in, replacing the shooter. It might be her sister, Piper. There's a lot of sister combinations on this team, either sisters both on the team or at least one of them's on the team. And yes, Piper Mitchell's the one that's going to have to wait on her sister to make this free throw before she can come in.
And Evie Mitchell is 3 points away from a double-double. She has 10 boards.
I almost say coin flip here, but there's 3 candidates. And she makes the second, allowing her sister to come in. What a nice big sister Evie Mitchell is. And what a game she had. She deserves her own applause. It's not being noticed enough, in my opinion, the type of contribution she's made. And again, great story because she missed her entire sophomore season with a knee injury. Martin, a high arcing 3 that almost banked in. That's no good. Rebound by Katie Norton, who's checking in, not for the first time. She was in a little bit earlier. The only first-time sub right now for Carl Albert's Piper Mitchell, so the other 4 players in have seen action. Part of Carl Albert's depth. This is Sutton making another 3. She made one in the first half. Kinley Sutton connects. 30-point lead now for the Titans. Martin, her pass to Crane. Crane didn't catch it. Back comes Sutton for Carl Albert. And then she quickly gets hounded, but is able to get rid of it to Piper Mitchell. Under a minute to go. I want to remind you that we're going to get player of the game out soon here. I'm so confused. I'm just going to let Tracy decide. They go inside here. Nice cut. Sutton floater. Good. And then we'll cut off this stream. But if you found us, whether through YouTube or through the Oklahoma Sports Network app or website, you shouldn't have any problem finding the next game. Carl Albert boys versus Sand Spring boys. High arcing 3. Bobby Lewis 3 made by Abby Martin. This game could be closer. I think Carl Albert would still definitely win, but it could be closer if Abby Martin had not been in foul trouble. This is Jacqueline Brown. Gets all the way in and scores. It's the kind of night for Carl Albert where everyone's contributing.
I was about to say buckets for everyone.
That's basically what it's been. Long 3 for Bump, and she knocks it down. Her scoring night continues. And we're about to have a turnover. No, Sutton found the ball there, and she's going to dribble out the clock.
22 points for Bump.
Final score will be Carl Albert 71, Sand Springs 43. Let's recognize player of the game real quick. So the player of the game is brought to you by, and I missed it there, Triple Elite Screen Printing. Find world-class design, hot new styles. Triple Elite Screen Printing. Tracy, what do you think?
Well, we had 3 players we were discussing, Evie Mitchell, Audrey Plunkett, Jakari Brown. Evie Mitchell showed up in the 4th period for the Lady Titans. Now, she had some good boards early in the game, but it was really in the 4th period when she showed up. Audrey Plunkett helped the Lady Titans get out to that early lead. She showed up in the first quarter. It was very quiet after that, statistically speaking. Jakari Brown was consistent throughout the game, and for that reason, as we look at all 3 players who had great games, Jakari Brown should be player of the game.
Yeah, just the fact we're talking about all 3 says something there. If Mitchell had won it, it would have been the 2nd straight girls player who won player of the game and also got a technical. But it didn't happen. All right, real quick, want to also thank our J.R. Rowlett Realty for being our title sponsor. Thinking of buying or selling a home? Give J.R. Rowlett a call at 405-445-8971. All right, that'll do it for us. For this game, we'll be back with Carl Albert versus Sand Springs on the boys' side. You're watching the Titan Classic on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Thanks for watching this presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.